The workforce requires that we give every inch, every ounce of ourselves to basically go above and beyond, all in the spirit of being a good team player. Well, I'm here to say I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I'm only 21. Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bree with an E, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about toxic work culture, how it's completely unhealthy, and why the next generation is taking a stand. I feel like my parents, your parents, our parents were sort of raised in a generation where working hard every day, every night was like the standard of living, like that live to work mindset, essentially, where it's like your work is your life and determines your role and place in it. I actually wrote a poem about this some years back. Should we read it? I think we should, because it kind of touches on this. Being born means being a slave. We get our degrees and our GEDs, hoping we can change the world. We soon learn, though, the truth. We dreamed of becoming astronauts, lawyers, and nurses, and sure, we can. We can achieve whatever it is we strive for. But how many zeros do you have to your name? What are you willing to offer up as collateral? The world will give us anything, as long as we pay for it. How dare we dream? All of a sudden, we aren't chasing a dream, we're chasing a paycheck. And not because we're money hungry. Debt introduced itself. We wanted to feel alive, so we paid for it. We work to live in a world that lives to work. But no, I spoke a little bit about it in my poem, how we work to live in a world that lives to work. Simply put, the workforce that our parents grew up in, that my generations of people, Gen Z, and millennials too included, are dismantling little by little, requires that we give every inch, every ounce of ourselves, that we essentially immerse ourselves into our work every day, 8 hours a day, and on top of that, picking up extra shifts and working overtime to meet quotas, to meet deadlines, to basically go above and beyond, all in the spirit of being a good team player. Well, I'm here to say I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I'm only 21. I should not experience the burnout I feel at such a young age. A lot of people our parents' age are kind of shaming us for having this more lazy, kind of complaining spirit of going to work and taking on that role of my work is my life. I say our feelings are valid. Hear me out. I am forever grateful to my parents who've worked hard to put 6 kids through college, through financial hardships, through traffic tickets. Thank you, Mom and Dad. But no, I think we can all say that we are thankful to our parents and the generations before us who busted their butts in this kind of hustle, on go, every day, 8 hours a day, 365 days of the year, work attitude and mentality. But not only is that mentality extremely unsustainable and unrealistic, it's also extremely exhausting and unhealthy. I found an interesting quote on this topic, speaking specifically about work burnout and the effects it has on employees and workers. Hustle culture creates a toxic environment for fear, guilt, and shame, and the glorification of overworking can lead to severe cases of anxiety. The anxiety makes employees feel that they have failed if they ever take a break. I love those words, the glorification of overworking. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to be the picture perfect employee, never running late, never calling off, never requesting off, never really saying no when someone needed a shift covered or if they needed me to come in. I was overwhelmed to the max trying to be that one reliable, dependable, and trusted employee when really in return, I was just another number in the system and highly replaceable. Not only were my efforts to go above and beyond unnoticed, quite frankly, they weren't even appreciated. Like it was almost expected of me to overwork myself and hold myself to these unrealistic standards when it came to being that one employee who always answered their phone on their off day or was willing to cancel plans or shorten vacations, all in the spirit of being a team player. I think it's completely ridiculous, and anytime I was unable to be that perfect employee, I did feel like a failure. I did feel like my simple want to enjoy my life outside of work was something to be held against me and be ashamed of because it was an inconvenience, because it made me less accessible to them. Now, this isn't me saying I'm tired of working. Well, I am tired of working, but this is more so me expressing my frustration over toxic work culture, hustle culture, and how it basically demands that we live to work and encourage us to live to work. I want to work to live. Like when I'm old and gray, but not cracked because black don't crack, I don't want to look back on my life and realize I spent literally all my days working, all my days trying to work up in the ranks of a company who didn't even throw you a retirement party. First of all, but I don't want to look back on my life's collection of memories and see all this success financially and in my career, but see no crazy, spontaneous life moments and experiences of substance, of actual pure happiness and joy spent with family and friends. It's crazy how today's work culture essentially turns us all into workaholics and even encouraging us to become overly committed to our work. But then in the same breath, almost then looks down on you for becoming a workaholic and becoming overly committed to your work, saying that you don't know how to have fun. It's like, babe, pick a side. What do you actually want from me? Because I know what you don't want for me, and that's a life, a reason to exist outside of work. I say we boycott work culture and advocate for boundaries. Like, why is calling someone on their off day a thing? Why are companies literally threatening their employees with termination or disciplinary action if they don't come in on their off day? Their off day. Literally find someone else to do it. Anyone else, literally recruit your mom, your grandma, your grandpa, your me mom, papa, whoever. But delete my phone number on my day off. But no, we need serious boundaries in the workplace before we can even begin to break down toxic work culture. Another thing is companies need to not view us as another number in the system, but another human working under your company, choosing to work for your business. Because let's talk about that. I don't like how we're working to make other people rich. Excuse me, richer because they're already rich. Like, literally, what motivates me now more than ever is working for myself, working on my own schedule, on my own time, creating opportunities for myself. Like, that's literally something I aspire to be able to do, like, full time within the next 5 to 10 years, literally just as soon as possible, really. Because, there's freedom in that, there's joy in that. I know that I can work hard on my own terms and still be able to support myself financially, where I can still enjoy my life, but also have stability in my life. I'll be making time to live and do work. I feel like the pros and benefits of, becoming an entrepreneur and basically becoming your own boss is that you know your limits. You know when you need a break. You know when you've overworked yourself to the max and just need a moment, a little moment in time to just sit down, relax, decompress and de-stress and just take a step back from everything, which is something you can't really do in the traditional workforce. Like, when you have like a 9 to 5, basically you're paid by the hour or you're paid on salary. You kind of have to even on your days where you're not feeling your best, still come in and make an effort so that you don't fall behind because you're working on someone else's time, not really your own. But no, I just think life really isn't meant to be spent living to work. It's supposed to be spent working to live and essentially enjoying the finer things in life, as they say. Well, that's all for me and my rant on toxic work culture, why it's unhealthy, and why the next generation is taking a stand. If you're interested in more rant videos like this, I do post a variety of content ranging from beauty and fashion to commentary and opinion piece videos. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up to let me know that I'm not alone in feeling burnt out by today's work culture and hustle culture. And with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go to work.